So if you want to know what women are attracted to, you need to understand the fundamental differences of what makes a man manly and what makes a girl girly. If you understand these differences, and when you do, you're going to be able to attract women effortlessly. And then when that happens, you're going to be able to have a solid foundation and build upon that in just no time. It's going to be really simple. It's not as complicated as most people see it because they don't know. But when you follow my advice, you are going to win. So just stay tuned. Make sure you watch the video until the very end to gain the most possible out of the video. What's going on, guys? My name is Hassan from dopelifecoaching.com, and today I'm going to be talking about how to attract girls by knowing the key differences between men and women. Now, if it's your first time on the channel, man, if you want consistent updates on similar content just like this, do yourself a favor and hit the subscribe button and also hit the bell icon so you don't miss a single thing in the future. So, as I said earlier, men and women are fundamentally different. What makes a man manly is basically what's attractive to women, and what makes a girl or a woman girly or feminine is what makes a woman attractive to men. So what does all of this gibberish mean? This means that obviously, because you're probably a guy watching this video, you want to know what makes a man manly, basically how to be more attractive to women. You have to be more manly. Here are the manly traits that women universally recognize as attractive. Number one, confidence. If you have confidence, you could basically get any girl. That is my belief, and quite frankly, I've seen it to be true. When you are confident within yourself, you will have the ability to attract the exact type of woman you want. Now, this isn't to mean that just because you're confident, every single woman on the face of the planet is going to be attracted to you. However, if you conduct yourself in that way and you act in ways consistent with that belief, which is what I always recommend, you will win, because even though most women you meet are just not going to be emotionally attracted to you, sure, if you're very hot or very, very physically attractive, most women can feel very physically attracted to you. But the bottom line is most women aren't going to have that emotional attraction to you, and that's okay. But when you have that belief and that mindset, you put that out there and you deal with every woman like she already likes you, you win, because then it's kind of like what I said in the video before, a couple of videos ago, when you were basically in like high school or middle school or maybe even college, and you had that one woman who was interested in you. And even though you may have been awkward with girls at the time, you act with her in such a way because you know she's so interested. You're just so free-flowing. You're so confident. You're so relaxed. You're looking her in the eye. You're not stuttering. Because of that, she finds it even more attractive, and she usually likes you even more because of it, because you display that you don't really care. Not that you're a jerk, but you kind of have a detached attitude. It's like, take it or leave it. This is who I am. This is how I act normally, right? So that's number one. Number two is preselection. What does preselection mean? Preselection means other women find you attractive, not just one specific girl. If other women in a certain circle or in a certain environment find you attractive, that makes you more attractive in a woman's eyes. It all goes back to your sexual market value and your value in general. Other people find you attractive, therefore women are going to find you attractive. And I don't necessarily mean other people as just girls. If you have guy friends who like you, a lot of them who like you, women will see that as a plus too, because you have social proof. Social proof is basically other people, when they like you, there's proof. Other people see that they like you too, because they think this guy must have something to offer. This guy must be really cool. He must be really fun. He must be really smart, whatever. So that is number two. Number three, banter and humor. Guys, every single woman, at least this is what I think, every single woman loves to be teased and joked around with playfully, of course. You're not going to be completely rude, but you're going to playfully banter with her. Kind of like she's, you know, a little girl and you're just joking with her and like you're calling her silly, whatever it is. Women love that. Women just love when you could be a little kid with them and just detach from being an adult every once in a while and just fool around and be playful, call her cute nicknames, treat her like she's, you know, a bratty little girl. All those things, women love it. When you can joke around with a woman, you don't have to be a comedian. I don't see myself as a goddamn comedian, but when I'm very free-flowing and I'm very confident in what I'm saying, I just say whatever the hell comes to my mind, even though many times it's not that funny. But she ends up laughing because she sees the confidence. She sees that it's a bunch of horse shit. It's a bunch of gibberish that's coming out of my mouth. but I'm confident in what I say. I'm so free-spirited about it, free-flowing. She likes it too. Women love humor, guys. At the head of the list, guys, sense of humor is one of the top qualities that make a woman attracted to you and fall for you. You don't have to be a comedian. It's not necessarily number one on the list, but definitely at least a sense of humor is definitely a must. Number 4, emotional intelligence. What exactly do I mean by emotional intelligence? It's very simple. I'm not going to go into specific depths, just like the things that I'm really interested in, because this isn't necessarily for everyone, and not every woman will be able to pick up on that. But there are a couple things. Number 1, calmness and centeredness and groundedness. You are very calm in terms of your how you conduct yourself. You're not all over the place. You're not like a hyper energized bunny. When you're talking to her, you're poised. You're talking to her, you look her in the eye, and then you're being very concise, and at the same time, you're calm. You're not all over the place. You're not shaking or doing any of that, because that's very unattractive to women. And the way you talk should also be sophisticated, kind of. It's kind of like you're talking like you have some type of authority, and you're very calm about it. You're relaxed. You're not just all over the place and you're talking so quickly like you're a goddamn coke addict. No, that is unattractive. Even if she doesn't know it, subconsciously, she's going to see it as unattractive, because that indicates that you are unable to control yourself. Another way to demonstrate emotional intelligence is when you're going through a rough time, which you inevitably will. Every human will inevitably go through many, many, many tough times throughout their life. That's just part of life. Oh well. When you do, and you're talking to her about it, don't make it seem like you are falling apart. Women, well, let me not generalize. A lot of women tend to do this when something's really, going bad, and they're failing at something, or they, there's a minor setback in school, there's a minor setback at their job. They just blow it out of proportion and act like their world is ending. Again, not all girls, but some girls. You, on the other hand, if such a situation passes in your life, be like, you know what? I'm kind of upset about it. I'm kind of worried about it. But at the same time, I know there's a blessing within this, and I know somehow my effort won't go to waste and good karma will come back to me. Whatever. I just thought of that at the top of my head because I honestly believe that to be true. If you're a good person, good things will come back to you. If you're a bad person, bad things will come back to you. So that's just an example. Be emotionally intelligent. Another way to demonstrate emotional intelligence is by being able to pick up on things without them being explicitly disclosed and you talking about these things. For example, how can you tell? If you're talking to her and it kind of seemed like she was uncomfortable about something, not necessarily something that you said. Maybe you're on a date with her, she's sitting at a restaurant, and then the waitress accidentally touched her or whatever by accident, so she kind of got uncomfortable and she crossed her arms like this. And then you let her explain to you. If she doesn't feel uncomfortable, maybe you're wrong and be like, okay. It just typically when someone crosses their arms, many times it means that they're uncomfortable. And then she could disagree. But either way, you're demonstrating that you understand basic body language. A lot of people don't understand basic body language. A lot of people are claiming that they're very confident, yet you see them in a public setting and they're going like this, and they're very cornered. They're putting themselves in a corner and they're isolated. And it's like, okay, where's the confidence that you were talking about? At least it shows in your body language. Everything shows in a body language. And when you understand and you show that you understand certain things about body language, you're showing her that you could pick up on stuff and that you are emotionally intelligent. Sure, she may not consciously be aware of this, but subconsciously she's going to be impressed. Number 4 is physical attractiveness. Guys, this one obviously goes without saying, and I specifically made this video for what makes a man manly, like things that a guy can do to make himself more attractive. Obviously, not every guy is going to look like Brad Pitt and have Brad Pitt looks, super good looking in that. However, what a man could do to make himself more naturally good looking is by hitting the gym. He'll be more in fit. He'll be more in shape. He'll be more muscular. Those are all qualities associated with manly qualities and being a man. Another thing you could do is every 2 weeks, like myself, I started doing this a couple of months ago. Every 2 weeks, get yourself a haircut. If your hair grows too quickly, or if your beard grows too quickly, like it does for me, I shape it up every 3 days. Why? Because if I don't, it starts looking weird. This beard, for example, I shaped it up just 2 days ago and it's already growing back. For you, make sure you're well groomed. Again, you don't have to be the most good looking person in the room, but just look well groomed, look well put together. Look the type of look where if you were to look at yourself in the mirror and you were being honest and you asked yourself, does that person look like a well kept together person? If the answer is no, then you have some work to do. If it's not, just good job and just keep doing you. So that's another element of physical attractiveness. A third element of physical attractiveness is good clothes. If you don't have a sense of good clothes, you might want to do some research on Google. You might want to read a book about how to dress well and have good style. Then maybe a couple of weeks later, with just a budget, you don't have to buy the most expensive stuff. Dress nicely, dress and make like your shirt match your shoe color. And then your pants, make it contrast a bit. Get a nice watch. And then when you couple that with the haircut, you'll be more attractive. Another thing you could do, this is just a plus or a pro tip, not necessarily an essential, but you might want to considering redoing your Instagram and your social media pages. I highly recommend it. Not necessarily meaning you need a goddamn photographer for every one of your photos, but every once in a while, make sure you have a couple of good photos. I would say take at least 6 really good photos over the course of the year. Because then every couple of months, people can expect a really good photo of you. And then when they see your social media, you're well kept together, you look nice and in shape, you look manly, you're well groomed, and therefore that's gonna make you attractive. So if you like the video, guys, make sure you show your support by hitting the thumbs up button. I really appreciate it a lot. And also, if you want consistent updates on similar content like this, for the millionth time, do yourself a favor and hit the subscribe button and also hit the bell icon so you don't miss a single thing in the future. Comment down in the comment section below for future videos or ideas that you'd like me to cover, and I'd be way more than happy to cover them. Go to my website, www.dopelifecoaching.com. We still have free consultations for first-timers, dude, so make sure you take advantage of that offer. So that's about it, man. Go out there, be the most manly version of yourself, and slowly but surely, when you start working on yourself and your style and your fitness and your grooming, how you look, you'll notice that you'll be able to attract much more high quality women in a much shorter amount of time. And you're going to see this for yourself, dude. And I want you to go out there and win and kill it. Peace.